Hello.
This is our room for 10 nights.
It will get better on the views. Welcome to the Queen Elizabeth. We're on the Cunard cruise. This is 1086, which is our room. We're looking out over the sea. We came in to Vancouver yesterday. Welcome to Vancouver, the first day of our trip. And there we have the Queen Elizabeth, all ready to set sail.
I know. I hope someone told her because I didn't know.
In the background there you can see the snow-capped mountains slowly getting rid of their white tops as summer approaches on this glorious day. And we met my Uncle Charles, me and Maud, and he showed us around Vancouver, and it was really warm yesterday, like 32 degrees, absolutely stunning weather. And then we got on the cruise, and it was pretty well organised, and we ended up in this room. Today because we set off last night, today has been a sea day, so basically we've just been chilling out. We went and did a bit of exploring of the ship and enjoying all the food. We did high tea at 3 o'clock, which I've got a nice little video of. And tonight is the gala night, which means we're going to dress up to the nines. I'm going to look like James Bond. Maud's going to look like Miss Moneypenny. And that's it for today. I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Bye. Welcome everybody. We're in Ketchikan today, and that is a lovely little city on our first port of call. So Ketchikan and Ketchikan, because of course we did some shopping. We walked around the town. It's very small. We can do it very quickly. We went to Creek Street, which is a wonderful little street that's an old street of prostitution. Just the sort of place that really you want to visit and experience. Of course, there's none of that anymore. And then after walking around, we went to a cafe, and then we went to the Great Alaskan Lumberjack Show, where we got to cheer on the Americans versus the Canadians as they did all sort of lumberjack stuff, chopping wood and rolling logs.
British Columbia spanned 5.7 million acres of land. Now, there was a lot of camps on that TSA, the Dawson Creek. They were the largest. They were also the largest spruce producing mill in all of British Columbia.
A great time, and now we're back on board because we're hungry, and that is the driving force for everything, isn't it? But we are lucky to have these wonderful views all around us. The scenery is just amazing, and we're loving all that we see. We saw a lot of eagles today. I think that was the biggest sort of thing that we saw, wasn't it? Wildlife wise, and they're absolutely magnificent. And hopefully that's just a start of what we see with all the animals, because I'm hoping to see some humpbacks jumping out of that water right there. But if it does, you'll be the first to see it. So, end of another day. See you later, guys. Welcome to Tracy Arm Fjord. Isn't it the most amazing place you've ever seen? Look at the clouds hanging there, and the waterfalls coming down from the melting glaciers. It's absolutely amazing, and there's icebergs floating in the river here. You can see them there. Look at the colour, the blues. This is absolutely stunning, and we've got about another hour of being here, and it's just going to get up to the glacier in a bit, which will be amazing. There's a really lovely big glacier, iceberg just coming up. It shows the stunning look of this place. I hope you enjoy this as we are. Good evening, everybody. This has been a very packed day, hence the gown that I'm wearing. Thank you, Cunard, for the freebie. Today we docked in the port of Juneau, the capital of Alaska. It's very small, can only be accessed by air and boat because there is no roads to it. It is very unusual for a capital of a state. We arrived there pretty early, but we had to get off at a fairly decent hour. First off, we went gold panning, and we learnt how to pan, and we managed to get some gold. As you can see, I'm not exactly gonna be rich, but that was just part of the fun, and just getting those few flakes in the bottom of our pans was great fun. Then we had the salmon bake afterwards, so we had lots of good food, you know, cornbread, all the ribs, and it was just a really nice meal that we had just to finish off that section. And because we had quite a lot of the day left, we when we got back into the centre of Juneau, we booked a whale watching adventure, and we got a discount, so happy days, because it was quite late. Then we shot off and did that. We saw a lot of whale tails and a lot of blowholes and quite a lot of humpbacks and a few sea lions to boot. It was a lot of good fun racing around a little boat trying to find all these creatures, and they are magnificent. So that was a great day, and special thanks for Mod, because she paid for that trip, and that was just tremendous, because she knows that I'd always wanted to go and look for humpbacks. So it was double special. We got back probably about 5 o'clock, and we did some shopping in town, which was nice. Picked up a few more souvenirs. We're getting quite the collection of fridge magnets at the moment, which you probably can't see them, but I'm sure I'll put a picture up where we've just been sticking them on the wall of the cabin. So all in all, it's been a very packed out day. We've just been enjoying the scenery as well. Snow-capped mountains and very, very calm sea. It was actually quite warm today. We thought it would be a bit cooler, but it actually ended up very warm. We're wearing sunglasses. It improved significantly, and I believe it's going to be even warmer tomorrow. So we're looking forward to that. See you later, guys.
Hello everybody, and welcome to Haines, Alaska.
Hi everybody, and welcome to Haines, Alaska, because that's where we've just spent today. We're just coming out of Haines area now, but today we went, first thing we did was early on, so it was 7:30 when we left the ship. We went for a canoe safari, and that was across the Chilkoot Lake, and you could see the glaciers in the background and the massive mountains, and the trees were all coming to the fore, and the glacial melt waterfalls were coming down the mountains, and the lake itself was so smooth, and there was nothing there for you to even think about because it was so easy to cross. We paddled away. We didn't really see very much. We saw some beaver dams, and we saw lots of other sort of very beautiful sights. Not so much in the way of wildlife, unfortunately, because there was no salmon to see yet, probably in another couple of weeks. And then we went and had something to eat, and then we walked into town. We walked all the way around Haines Centre, and then we came back to the ship. And it was a very nice chilled out day. I'll see you later. Hello everybody, and welcome to Thursday the 27th of June. Today we visited the Hubbard Glacier. It's 9 miles wide, 70 miles long, and it's one of the few glaciers that is actually growing. We got off the ship and we went onto a smaller boat so we could get in really close, even though the QE actually sailed fairly well into Disenchantment Bay, and followed us in, and gave us some stunning views when we looked back at it. But the main attraction was the glacier, and because it's summer, obviously everything's warming up a little bit, and the glacier was carving. In other words, it was caving out. These massive chunks of ice were falling down, 350 foot high, some of them, and they just came down with a massive crash, and it sounded like thunder. It was absolutely amazing, and it shows you the pure raw power of nature, and it was amazing, absolutely amazing. It's one of those things that you can't really say too much about, because there's just pure spectacle right there. And we came on a great day because it was sunshine, the weather was warm, which encouraged even more of the carving. We also saw some seals on the icebergs, and it was an absolutely superb day out. Hubbard Glacier. Yeah. Whoa. 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 Oh my goodness.
Yeah, there was a big one.
There was one that I had my camera pointed at, and I got back to it.
Whoa.
Of course, that was just a sea day basically, and so now we are back out and we're off to Sitka tomorrow, so see you then. Hello everybody. Today we were in Sitka, which is a lovely little city in Alaska, and it's our last day in Alaska as well, and our excursion was on a ocean raft adventure. So we went in, we all got dressed up in these huge outfits that made us look like astronauts, and we went out on the sea in the bay around Sitka, and we saw sea otters, sea lions and humpback whales, and we absolutely sped across the sea, and it was absolutely brilliant to see nature like that at that level. It was absolutely beautiful. After we finished that excursion, we hopped onto a bus and went into the city centre and did a bit of shopping, a bit of looking around. Went to a castle which didn't actually exist apart from a few cannons up there, and that's where they raised the American flag for the first time. And then we came back to the ship and we saw a show, and that was another action-packed day in Alaska. See you later. Hi everybody, and we're in Churchill's smoking room on board the QE, and glass of whiskey, nice big fat stogie. This is the life, as they say, as you're on board watching the world go by. Absolutely, this is the best life. Welcome to Victoria. Hello everybody, and welcome to the last day of our cruise. Today we ended up in Victoria. It was a bit later in the day, so we had a bit of a chilled morning, but it gave us time to pack because we had to get our suitcases out for this evening. But we were out in Victoria for the day. We didn't really have anything planned, so we grabbed a bus and we went straight into downtown Victoria, looked around, went through the centre, saw the Parliament building, the Empress Hotel, and the Asian Chinese quarter, where they got this lovely tiny little street. It's full of lovely smells of food, and it was very nice, very chilled out day. We did a lot of walking on the way back. We went to was it Beacon Hill Park, which was very, very pretty. We saw a blue heron on a log with some turtles there in the sunshine, and it was just beautiful. Then we had a sea walk back along the beach and the breakaway, which is the big harbour wall. And then we ended up back on the ship. Well, we had a meal at the bar and grill in the city, which filled us up nicely. And we came back here, had a hot chocolate and coffee, and relaxed and chilled out. Everything's done now, and all we can wait for is tomorrow at Vancouver, which is our final port of call. We have to disembark at 9:15 in the morning, so it's an early one. Then we got just a few hours in Vancouver, and then we catch a plane, and then we're home. So it's all done, and it's been an absolutely fantastic time, hasn't it, dear?
Yes, of course.
And we really enjoyed every second, because every second counts. So that's all for now. See you next time. Bye.
See you next time. Bye.